Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 of your PA215, your last course of your pharmacy technician series. This particular week we are going to be covering anything and everything you ever wanted to know about insurance. So that's why I'm showing you the book that I want you to focus on this week, in addition to the fact that I haven't combed my hair and stuff yet today, so you don't get to see me. So, just a little personal thing there, but yeah. So, first of all, this week you have your scenario, and your scenario this week is going to be all about insurance claims as well. So, make sure that you are completing that scenario and then participating in the weekly discussion post before you attempt to do the test or the quiz or any of those other things. Now, as you start to prepare for your quiz this week, I want you to make sure that you review some things in this particular textbook. Specifically, chapter 3 is going to be really good. This is where it's going to kind of go through the process of how we adjudicate a prescription, all of the things that are needed from the patient's insurance card, and what we do with it when we enter it in the computer, etc. Now, on page 65 of your book, you're going to see a sample insurance card. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what to look for when you get a patient's insurance card. Now, one of the most common rejections that you're going to get when you do an insurance claim is that the refill is too soon. And that can happen for several different reasons, not necessarily because the patient is misusing the medicine. So keep that in mind. Sometimes patients, try to get their medicines refilled early because they are planning on going out of town, going on vacation, something like that. So if that's the case, we can always call and to get an override from the insurance company for something like that. There is always the chance that a patient may have, made a mistake, dropped their medicine, left it in a car, something like that, so that it's not any good anymore. Most insurance companies will allow for that kind of eventuality. And the other thing that sometimes happens, actually happened for myself just recently, is where the doctor changed the dosage, and so instead of getting 40 milligrams in the morning and that's it, they added 20 milligrams in the afternoon as well. So that changed how I was taking the medicine. So I'm now taking 40 in the morning and another 20 in the evening, which would mean then therefore that I'm using up my medicine sooner than I would normally would. So what you'll want to make sure that you do in cases like that, where the patient said, well, he has me doing it differently now, we have to update that prescription so that the insurance company is aware of that and that they can process the claim properly. So that's very, very important. Some of the other reasons for prescriptions to be rejected or claims to be rejected might be because we use the wrong code for the person. So the person code might be incorrect, especially if they, added a child, someone was born, somebody got married, things like that. Also, when someone gets married, you'll want to make sure that everything's been updated as far as names and things go. So those are some other reasons that insurance claims might be rejected. Also keep in mind that in that insurance claim process, that claim goes back and forth through a switch is basically what it's called. And so when it leaves our computer, every time we hit enter to submit, and it goes to this switch to go to the insurance company, there's a charge. So every time it goes from us to them, there's a charge, and every time it goes back the other direction, there's a charge. So if we send something and it's not correct and they have to send it back and we fix it, we send it back again and it's still not right and we have to send it back each and every time we go back and forth like that, there is a charge. And those charges can be quite hefty. They can be anywhere from 25 cents to up to $1 for each switch charge. So that is something that can be quite expensive if we're having to send prescriptions back and forth because of errors. So it's really important that we get all of the correct information into the system the first time. So you always want to ask the patient, has anything changed? Any any life situation, did you get married? Did you have children? Did anybody's name change? Did anything at all change? Because any of those small changes could result in a rejection. And another switch charge. So keep that in mind. A lot of times patients will be like, well, I come here every week or I come here every month and no, nothing's changed. Well, we understand that. We just have to make sure. So as you're going through this week, through the scenario and through the review in this particular textbook, if you have any problems or questions, make sure that you reach out to me and look forward to hearing from you this week.